Welcome back, dear listeners. Tonight, you are gently invited to continue part 2 of our journey to the lost earth, a world long forgotten and softly waiting to be remembered. This is not a place of loud words or complicated stories. It is a quiet, ancient dreamscape where time slows down, where the earth breathes softly beside you, and where every moment feels unhurried and safe. As you settle into your pillow and allow your body to relax, let this story carry your thoughts the way warm ocean tides carry drifting seashells. There is nowhere you need to go, and nothing you need to hold onto. Just listen, breathe, and drift far below the surface. Tiny worm-like creatures move gently through the sand, leaving faint glowing trails that shimmer for a moment, and then slowly fade into the dark, peaceful earth. Some poke their heads out, catching particles floating downward like ancient snowflakes. Tiny, jelly-like beings drift past your face, transparent and delicate. Their bodies pulse with faint neon hues, lavender, pale gold, soft rose, leaving streaks of color as they move. You feel as though you're floating through an underwater galaxy. Stars made of living creatures, constellations shifting with the currents, nebulas formed from ribbons of drifting seaweed. Everything is slow, smooth, peaceful. The voice returns, gentle as the tides. Here, life learns to move. Here, the earth takes its first breath. You place your hand in the water, watching how the currents react. Circles expand outward with each movement, shimmering like rings of light. You feel the ancientness of this place, a world untouched by plants on land, untouched by trees, untouched by anything that walks or flies. This is where life began to flourish. You drift deeper, toward a hidden valley beneath the waves. The ground here is covered in soft, waving fronds that look like fields of underwater grass. Small creatures dart through them, leaving shimmering trails. Farther ahead, you see strange, feather-like animals anchored to rocks, filtering the water with silent patience. Everything moves with breathtaking gentleness, and you feel like you've become part of this ancient world, not as a visitor, but as a quiet presence welcomed by the sea. A warm current wraps around you, carrying you upward, guiding you toward a soft glow that grows brighter. Warmer, more golden. It feels like sunlight, or perhaps the next era calling to you. The voice whispers, "Your journey continues, traveler." Time flows ever onward. The land awaits. Transformed, the golden glow expands, filling your vision. The Cambrian ocean fades like a memory drifting into the waves. You rise slowly toward the surface of the dream. As you drifted forward, the light around you became softer and warmer. The colors had a calm glow, like gentle dawn light spreading across a sleeping valley. There was no sense of direction anymore, no up or down, only a feeling that something beautiful and sacred was drawing you closer. Then, slowly, the swirling light ahead began to open. It unfolded like petals, revealing an enormous landscape filled with colors that felt alive. You stepped onto soft ground that felt like warm clouds beneath your feet. The moment you touched it, your breath became deeper, calmer, and your heart seemed to settle into a peaceful rhythm. You had entered the eternal garden. It was unlike any garden seen on Earth. Here, every leaf seemed to glow softly from within. Every flower sparkled as though sculpted from crystal dreams. Tall, graceful trees arched overhead, their branches filled with tiny lights that reminded you of fireflies captured inside blossoms. The air carried a soothing scent, something like jasmine mixed with gentle rain. It felt like breathing in pure calmness. You took a few steps forward, your blanket trailing behind you like a soft whisper. The ground shimmered with every step you took, as if acknowledging your presence. A gentle breeze kissed your cheeks. It carried a melody so faint and sweet that your heart instantly softened at the sound. It felt as though the garden itself was singing. A long path formed in front of you. Not a rigid path, not a strict line, but a soft glowing trail that appeared as you walked. It curved gently through the trees, inviting you deeper into the garden's heart. As you walked, you noticed something beautiful. The garden seemed to respond to your emotions. When your mind relaxed, the flowers opened wider, releasing more fragrance. When your heart warmed, soft lights floated upward like tiny lanterns rising into a peaceful night. When you exhaled slowly, the breeze echoed your breath, creating a rhythm between you and the universe around you. It felt like you were not only walking inside the garden, but becoming a part of it. You reached a small clearing where the air shimmered like moonlit water. In the center stood a tree unlike any other. Its trunk was silver, its leaves transparent and glowing with soft colors that changed slowly, like the sky during sunrise. The branches arched gracefully outward, creating a natural dome that seemed to protect the space beneath it. You stepped closer, feeling an unusual warmth radiating from the tree. It was not the warmth of fire, nor sunlight, nor heat. It was the warmth of comfort, of acceptance, of something that understood you without asking anything in return. You placed your hand gently on its trunk. The moment your fingers touched the silver bark, memories awakened. Not sharp memories, not loud ones, but soft echoes of moments that shaped you. Times when you had felt lonely, times when you had felt hopeful, times when you wished for peace, times when you dreamed of disappearing into a world where everything slowed down and became soft again. The tree seemed to absorb each memory and return something even gentler. Warmth flowed from the trunk into your hand, then up your arm, reaching your heart. The beat of your heart slowed, softened, and sensed with the deep, calm pulse of the tree. A voice, soft as a breeze, whispered around you. You are safe here. You closed your eyes, letting the warmth settle inside you. The universe felt close, almost embracing you. For a moment, you allowed yourself to rest your forehead against the tree. The ground beneath you glowed softly, a circle of warm light forming at your feet. When you opened your eyes again, something had changed. A figure was standing beneath the tree. Not a frightening figure, not a shadow, not a stranger. This figure felt familiar, calm, and radiant. It glowed softly from the inside, as though made of moonlight wrapped in a human form. Its face was gentle, with eyes that carried the calm of 1,000 quiet nights. The figure raised a hand, and the tree responded. Its leaves rustled softly, releasing a small shower of glowing petals. They drifted downward like tiny stars falling from a gentle sky. One petal landed on your hand. Immediately, a wave of emotion washed through you. A feeling of soft sadness, the kind that cleanses you. A feeling of hope, the kind that grows warmth inside your chest. A feeling of peace so deep that it almost brought tears to your eyes. The figure spoke, though its lips barely moved. The words were felt more than heard. Listen to the heart of the universe. It speaks in softness. It speaks in silence. You wanted to speak, but your voice felt unnecessary. The figure seemed to understand your thoughts before you formed them. It extended an arm and pointed toward a deeper part of the garden, where soft light rose like a quiet sunrise. You followed the direction with your eyes. There was a lake, not just any lake, a lake made of pure light. Its surface glowed with soft waves that moved slowly, gently, like the breathing of a sleeping giant. You felt pulled toward it, not by force, but by the promise of deeper peace. Without a word, the figure began to walk toward the lake, and you followed. The path was lined with floating lights that moved like fireflies guiding your way. The trees leaned slightly inward, as if bowing in respect. The fragrance of the flowers intensified, soothing your senses until everything inside you felt light and silent. When you reached the lake's edge, the water greeted you with a soft glow. It reflected not only your form, but your emotions, your thoughts, your inner energy. You knelt beside it, dipping your fingers into the glowing surface. The water was warm, but more than warm, it was comforting. It felt like touching happiness, like touching forgiveness, like touching the most peaceful part of yourself. Ripples of soft light spread outward from where your fingers touched. The lake responded to you, as though recognizing your presence, as though it had been waiting for you. The glowing figure stood beside you, its reflection shimmering on the surface of the lake. You looked into the water again, and for a moment, you saw something unexpected. You saw yourself peaceful. You saw yourself healed. You saw yourself glowing gently like the garden around you. It was not a dream version of you. It was the real you, the you that existed beneath all the noise of life. The figure spoke again, its voice soft as petals drifting through the air. This garden reveals the truth of your heart. The way forward begins with stillness. You felt your breath deepen once more. The world around you faded into soothing silence. You closed your eyes, letting the warmth of the lake, the light of the garden, and the calm of the universe wrap around you like the softest blanket. And in that moment, you understood the purpose of Part 4. You were here to learn that before discovering what lies beyond the universe, you must discover the universe that lives within you. The eternal garden was not a place of answers. It was a place of healing, a place where your heart could rest, a place where silence spoke louder than words. You let the silence fill you, and slowly, gently, peacefully, the garden was ready to show you something more. A soft glow drifted down from the branches of the silver tree you had touched earlier. Petals made of pure light floated toward you. They landed on your shoulders, your hands, your hair, and each time a petal touched you, a warm softness spread through your body. You felt lighter, almost weightless, as though your worries were melting quietly into the air. The glowing figure from before appeared again. It stepped gently beside you, its presence calm and deep like a moonlit night. It did not speak, but it didn't need to. Its eyes carried a message. The journey continues. The figure turned and began walking along a path that had not been there before. It curved softly between glowing trees, deeper into the heart of the eternal garden. You followed, each step sinking into warm, cloud-soft ground. Firefly-like lights danced around you, swirling in gentle spirals that painted soft trails through the air. As you walked, you noticed something new happening. The deeper you moved into the garden, the more alive everything became. The leaves shifted from soft colors to radiant gold and silver. The air thickened with gentle harmony, a sound so delicate it felt like a whisper of the universe itself. Flowers leaned slightly toward you, as though greeting an old friend. And then you heard it, a distant sound, soft and echoing, like a heartbeat traveling through the air. Not your heartbeat, not the heartbeat of the garden. Something older, something infinite. The glowing figure paused and turned to you. You hear it now. The voice wasn't sound. It was a feeling inside your chest, a gentle pulse that answered the rhythm in your heart. The heart of the universe is calling you. A breeze swept through the garden, brushing against your arms like a soft hand guiding you forward. You continued walking until the trees opened into another clearing. But this one was different. The ground here shimmered like pearl dust. In the middle of the clearing stood a circular pool, glowing brighter than the lake you had touched before. The surface looked calm, but beneath it flowed rivers of liquid light. Colors moved slowly under the surface, blending into one another like dreams drifting across your mind. The glowing figure stood at the edge of the pool. This is where the garden ends, and where another world begins. You stepped closer, feeling the warmth of the pool reach upward like a soft welcome. You knelt beside it, dipping your fingers into the glowing water. It was deeper, warmer, more alive than anything you had touched before. It pulled gently, not to take you away, but to lead you forward. The figure raised its hand, and the surface of the pool began to change. Ripples formed gentle patterns. Then shapes emerged. A path of light revealed itself downward through the water, like a glowing staircase leading into a dream. You looked at the figure with a silent question. Am I meant to go there? The figure nodded. Every dream carries you further. Every truth waits for discovery, and every heart must cross the bridge of soft light. You took a deep breath, a breath that felt warm all the way to your bones. Then you stepped into the pool. The light surrounded you instantly. It wrapped around your legs, your waist, your chest, rising gently upward. It felt like stepping into a warm blanket made of stars. You did not sink. Instead, the light lifted you gently, carrying you downward in a slow, drifting motion. The glowing figure watched from above, its calm light shining through the water. The last thing you saw before sinking deeper was its hand raised in a peaceful farewell. Then the garden disappeared from view. The pool transformed into a tunnel of floating lights. You drifted through it slowly, as though carried by the universe's sigh. The lights pressed softly against your skin, leaving warm trails that vanished gently. When you opened your eyes again, the tunnel widened. A new realm unfolded before you. You stepped onto a surface that looked like crystal clouds. Above you, a wide sky stretched endlessly. But this sky was not blue. It was filled with swirling galaxies, moving slowly as though painted onto fabric by a celestial artist. Nebulas glowed softly in pinks and blues. A distant star pulsed with a warm glow. The air hummed with the quiet song of creation. You were no longer inside the garden. You were walking inside the universe itself. The ground beneath you felt cool but comforting. Small lights rose from it when you stepped, floating upward like tiny spirits. In the distance, a massive archway of shimmering light stood tall, curving gently like the crescent of a newborn moon. It felt like a gateway. As you approached, the world grew quieter. The galaxies slowed their graceful motion. Silence deepened, but this silence wasn't empty. It was full of presence, like the hush inside a cathedral of stars. Then a soft voice spoke beside you. You have crossed the garden. Now you walk the ancient path. The glowing figure had reappeared, but this time its form was brighter, almost transparent. It looked both near and far, as though it existed in multiple places at once. The figure pointed toward the archway of light. This bridge leads to the realm where forgotten worlds sleep, where ancient earth dreams of its first breath, where time reveals what was long before your world began. Your heart trembled softly, not with fear, with awe. You sensed that the next part of your journey would show you prehistoric Earth, the Cambrian seas, the early world before dinosaurs, the stories of life's first blooming. You stepped toward the archway. As you walked, the ground changed beneath your feet, turning from crystal cloud to soft earth. A gentle wind brushed past you. You closed your eyes and inhaled. The scent had changed. The fragrance of the eternal garden was gone. Now you smelled rain, salt, freshness, the scent of a world being born. You opened your eyes. The archway of light shimmered brighter and brighter until it washed over you completely. When the glow faded, you found yourself standing on the shore of a vast, ancient ocean, the Cambrian world. Warm mist drifted above the water. Strange, glowing organisms swam beneath the surface. The sand beneath your feet felt untouched by any human footstep. The sun above was young, soft, and dimmer than the sun you knew. The world was quiet, empty, and full of brand new life. Your journey continued. The mist drifted gently around your ankles as you stood at the edge of the ancient Cambrian sea. The air felt warm and quiet, carrying the scent of a world still discovering itself. This place was Earth, but not the Earth you had ever known. It was young, fresh, and breathing slowly like a newborn wrapped in sunlight. You took one small step forward, feeling the untouched sand shift softly beneath your feet. The grains sparkled faintly, catching the early sunlight that stretched across the horizon. The ancient ocean in front of you shimmered with soft silver light, as if the water itself were made of liquid dawn. It moved in long, slow waves, each one whispering secrets from the earliest chapters of Earth's story. A cool breeze brushed your face. It carried a smell unlike anything in your world. Something clean, something pure, something that felt like the beginning of time. You closed your eyes, breathing it in deeply. Your heartbeat softened. Every part of you relaxed as though this young world had reached gently into your chest and calmed your spirit. When you opened your eyes again, something magical happened. The water near the shore began to glow. At first, it was a faint shimmer, a soft flicker like moonlight touching moving water. But then the glow expanded, spreading outward in gentle circles. Shapes moved beneath the surface, shapes that pulsed with soft blue and green light. You stepped closer, feeling the warm mist rise around your knees. The glowing shapes drifted nearer, moving slowly, peacefully, as though curious about your presence. A familiar voice rose gently behind you. This is where life began to dream. You turned your head slightly and found the glowing guide standing behind you once more. Its form shimmered softly, blending beautifully with the bright morning mist. It stepped beside you, its presence calm and steady. The Cambrian Ocean holds the first heartbeat of life. If you listen carefully, you can hear it. You tilted your head slightly, focusing on the sounds around you. At first, there was only wind and water, but as your breathing matched the slow rhythm of the waves, a faint, pulsing sound entered your awareness. Soft, gentle, like the distant echo of a heartbeat inside a seashell. It felt ancient yet warm, familiar yet mysterious. That is the rhythm of life awakening. You looked again into the glowing water. The shapes beneath the surface drifted closer until you could see them clearly. They were unlike any creatures from your world. Their bodies were soft and translucent, like delicate ornaments sculpted from moving light. Some were tiny and simple, glowing with a soft blue pulse. Some were larger, with delicate fronds extending from their sides like underwater wings. They moved slowly, gracefully, as though dancing to the rhythm of the early earth. One creature floated especially close. Its small body glowed gently, almost invitingly. It had no face, no eyes, yet you felt a strange connection with it. As it drifted in front of you, its gentle glow reflected on your hands. You reached down slowly, your fingers just touching the surface of the water. The creature responded with a brighter pulse, releasing a tiny swirl of glowing particles that floated around your hand like soft sparks. It is greeting you. The glowing figure's voice sounded warm, touched with something resembling pride. Life knows when it is seen with kindness. The small creature drifted in slow circles, leaving a glowing trail that curled around your fingers before disappearing into the water again. You straightened, letting your eyes travel across the vast ocean. As the mist lifted, you saw more shapes beneath the surface. Long, ribbon-like bodies drifting gracefully. Round, softly pulsing forms floating like lanterns. Thin shapes darting slowly through the water with gentle curiosity. Everything moved in a slow, peaceful dance. There was no rush, no fear, no chaos. Only the steady rhythm of life discovering itself. The glowing guide stepped forward until it stood ankle deep in the water. Life here is simple, but simplicity is the mother of wonder. It knelt and placed a hand softly on the surface. Instantly, the water brightened, and the creatures responded to the figure's touch. Light spiraled upward, creating a soft glow around you that shimmered like early morning stars. As the glow expanded, the world around you shifted gently. The sky deepened into a soft, glowing blue. The shoreline curved gracefully into the distance. The sun climbed higher, slowly illuminating the young planet with warm, golden softness. Beyond the beach, you noticed something else. Rocky landscapes stretched outward. Thank you so much for watching. We will be back soon with the next part.